Minecraft. What a game this has been for so many years for everybody. How did we get to this current rendition? How did we go from this to this? This game has evolved so much over the years. And here we are today to take you guys through a bit of a timeline of some of the most important updates and changes that we've seen over the years in Minecraft. To get to the end, we have to go back to the beginning. Now, we got to go start back where it all began. Funnily enough, this is the oldest alpha version available on the launcher. This is actually pre-classic, is technically what the game version is. Version 132.211. This is the oldest version you can get on the launcher right now that you can still log in and play through the Java Minecraft launcher. This is where everything kind of started. This is a super archaic version of what the game is today, and even, as you'll see soon, some of the updates that came not too long afterwards. You can place blocks, you can break blocks. It's almost creative mode. There is no health bar, there is no hunger, there are no mobs. The buttons you actually use to place and break blocks are inverted. So left click, which is your break block button in the newer versions of the game, is actually your place block button, and then vice versa for your right click. It is completely super flat world on grass, and you have cobblestone as the only block, or grass is the only two blocks you have. When you build above the ground, you can only build cobble. So it's a very archaic version of the game, but we have to pay it some respect and see where everything started.
All right, now we're really starting to get somewhere. This is starting to look more like Minecraft as you know it today. So I just want to go over a couple things that did happen with this version of Alpha Minecraft right before they transitioned into Beta Minecraft. So they added some small lakes, rare lava pools, both are of course on the surface and randomly in caves. Items no longer get used when opening chests. There was a glitch back then where it would pour out buckets of water or buckets of lava, or you would just place blocks. It was just a weird glitch. So that was one of the bugs that they did fix. There was another one where if you broke a boat in a certain way, it would actually cause it to drop multiple items instead of the normal amount. So it would drop like a bunch of wood and just pieces of sticks, if you guys remember back in the day. They also fixed a crash bug. When destroying a vehicle from underneath the player, it would just crash the game. So I'm glad they fixed that. That was also annoying if you remember playing way back in alpha days. And then it did create some new bugs. So this one not so fun. In this specific version of alpha 1.2.5, if the player's name is not set properly, which occurs in modern launcher, this makes the player in this version impossible to join multiplayer because two players cannot join a server with the same name. One of the most unfortunate bugs they've had, but luckily it's fixed in the next version, so pretty cool. This is probably one of the most nostalgic looking versions too, because I think this is where a lot of people started to pick up the game, and it's where it started to catch the most traction. It's just been a wild ride ever since. Let's take a look and see what the next versions are.
Whoa, now we're in the beta. So gotta think now we've moved from 2009 to late 2010. This version of the game, to me, I mean, now you can say we're in beta version, we're in alpha. One of the coolest updates in history, at least to me, dropped in this version. That was them adding support for capes. I vaguely remember as a kid, seeing YouTubers with those capes, and I was like, dude, how do you get one? And on these old versions of the game, the only ways to get a cape, to get, one of the developers to give you one, or attend Minecraft. Like, that was the only way to get a cape back then. Optifine was not a thing yet. You couldn't get an Optifine cape. Wasn't a thing at this time. And these are legitimately Mojang supported capes. I think it was really cool to be able to see them in the game. You can still actually show them today if you want to. You just have to use a proxy to redirect skin requests to the current Minecraft server instead of the version they were using back here in the beta version. And I just wanted to make sure we brought this version up to say, hey, look, we got the beta version. We got to see what pre-classic looked like. Now we saw what alpha looked like, and now we go to beta. A couple cool versions coming up. The next one I think we're going to touch on is going to be a favorite for a lot of you guys. And let's see what you think about that one. All right, guys, here we are in what is widely regarded as one of the public's favorite updates in all of Minecraft history, Beta 1.7.3. This is a special update to us, too. I mean, you can see on the channel, we're currently playing a Let's Play together on Beta 1.7.3. This update is huge. This is the last update before the adventure update where they added creative mode, and outside of creative mode, that 1.8 update following this brought out hunger. So now you got to eat to not starve to death. They also added sprint. This is pre-sprint, pre-hunger, pre-enderman, pre-cave spider, silverfish, all of those things. There's not even experience in the game in 1.7.3. All this precedes that update, and this is widely regarded as one of the best updates in the game of the end of the old guard, right? Simple versions of the game that came before it. This is the culmination of all those really, really fun, just basic Minecraft experiences before they added some more complexity to the game. Everyone likes this update. You can go back to it at any time. It's aged like a fine wine. To just go back and relive those simple days in Minecraft. Go back to kind of what a lot of people's day one is. This is really when the game started to pick up in popularity. This is 2011. I remember when I purchased the game, I bought it at beta 1.8. So I didn't get to play this version in its original prime, but I bought it right when the adventure update came out. That was my first drop into Minecraft. I actually bought it 6 days after the launch of beta 1.8. Weird that I remember that, but it's cool to be able to go back and think back. When did I actually start the game, and how did I start to enjoy it? And it's great to be able to go back to what happened just before that, when so many people stayed on that version for so long. So many people today want to go back and play it and relive those moments. The nostalgia is the strongest it's ever been. 1.7.3 is a golden update, and I think you might think the same.
So I'm obviously old man Jenkins over here. You know, I started sometime in the later alpha days, but I vividly do remember this update. I was playing with my cousin Tyler, and we were making a world because it was transitioning to the sprint update. And this beta version it holds a special place in my heart. I was the one who convinced Dreiton to start a Let's Play on 1.7.3. And to me, as it is regarded as one of the best versions of Minecraft, all versions are fantastic, but I think a large community does love this update, and it's for good reason. It's just perfectly simple. There is enough to do, but it's not bloated. So it's got that perfect balance. Later versions, of course, added amazing stuff, but this version in particular had just the right amount of stuff. They did have a lot of bugs because they were having issues with pistons a lot back then, where it would crash the game. It just depends on what you did, so you could duplicate glitches with pistons, and it was pretty fun to do. If you didn't want to use like mod tools or any command tools to get stuff in, if you wanted to play quote unquote legitimately, the pistons were the way to go if you wanted to duplicate blocks. So you could duplicate diamond blocks and all kinds of stuff, I believe. And just stuff of that nature. It was pretty fun. That was when I really got deep into redstone. Experimented a lot with staircases, elevators, all that cool stuff. I mean, hidden doors, all that fun stuff. All you redstoners definitely enjoy this place. It's a nice place to be in Minecraft, honestly. Let's take a look at the next version. Okay guys, so we finally made it to release of Minecraft 1.0. Man, this was a huge update. Obviously, you could complete the game, you could officially have a goal and beat the game. You had potions, you had blaze powder, blaze rods. You go obviously to the end. There was plenty of other things. They had the mushrooms, and then of course you had all the baby animals like the calves, chicks, piglets, lambs. And we already mentioned the blazes. You obviously have the ender dragon, villagers, snow golems, the list goes on. And it is where Minecraft officially really set a staple position in the community to where it is fully released. It is a complete game. It already felt like a complete game in my honest opinion. There's so much stuff I can get into. Obviously, I mean, they had so many blocks, so many items, so many mobs. Like I said, the list is so huge. Can try to condense in one video, but just know that this is when it got released. And honestly, it's probably where a lot of people picked up the game as well. There's definitely incremental increases with the community and what made this game super popular. But with each giant iteration, I mean, the game exploded each time they did a new crazy update. Let's check out the next version.
All right, guys, we're moving a little deeper into the release versions now, with release 1.3.2. Maybe you asking why? 1.3.1 was a much bigger update. Why are we in 1.3.2? Well, 1.3.2 is the game version that I think I played the most of back in the day. Really, really scuffed computer setup back then, so I couldn't hold an enchanted item. The game would just crash, the game would close. Or I would get 2 FPS if it didn't crash. So it just brings me back to those memories, playing on my first server with buddies. All my experience up to that point had been single player. It was fun being able to play on a server with some friends, did a little survival multiplayer back in the day. And obviously the update that came before it, 1.3.1, had a lot of updates. You know, they added some of the new commands. They added the option to spawn the bonus chest when you start your world up now. That's when that option finally came in during the world creation. A few block changes. There was quite, like, emeralds were added in 1.3.1. They were added at least as a droppable item in terms of being able to find that emerald ore, craft emerald blocks. The enchanted golden apples were able to be gotten, so you get the region 4 level, the enchanted golden apples. There were some cool changes made in 1.3.1, but I think of 1.3.2, at least in terms of my journey, because I enjoyed playing it quite a bit. And by the way, forgot to mention this a little bit earlier in the video, but think back to some of those Minecraft rules that you really messed up. What about the first time you dug straight down and fell into lava, right? We all remember that. That's where the rule comes in. Don't dig straight down. This is where I did that, I think, for the first time. I didn't really have any idea what I was doing in any of the versions leading up to this as a child, but this is the first update I think I really took the game seriously and kind of dug into Minecraft, and I was there for the long haul. I think this is where my journey really kicked off, and that's why this update, I think, is so important to me in terms of the evolution of the game itself. Let me know what y'all think about that one.
Alright guys, we're officially in release 1.5, otherwise known as the Redstone update. So again, we were just talking not too long ago about people that enjoy Redstone like myself. You know, this was the update that really changed a lot of stuff, and it changed the game for a lot of people. You had, of course, activator rails, blocks of redstone, which is just cool looking as is, but it's, you know, had a lot of functions, of course. Daylight sensors, obviously we know the benefits of that. It's fantastic. Droppers, hoppers, comparators, it's all fun stuff. You can do so much, and it opened up a lot of avenues to creating all kinds of stuff. You could create very sophisticated mob farms with them. Obviously, the daylight sensor promoted a lot of other cool things. And I think that it kind of let you dig really deep into just making a game within the game. There's a lot of creative people, more talented than I'll ever be with Redstone, but there's people that obviously you've seen them make the whole computers and stuff. They make games within Minecraft itself. And this update, without it, I don't know if they would have been able to do it without mods. So vanilla Minecraft obviously expanded heavily with that. You know, they added the nether quartz and stuff. You know, you of course had nether brick and netherrack and all that cool stuff. And I think that, truthfully, it was just a very overall nice update for people that got really technical with Minecraft and wanted to automate a lot of stuff. So we wanted to cover this because we thought a lot of you would enjoy it as well, along with myself. Let's check out the next version. Braden's favorite version.
All right, guys, here we are, 1.8.1. I pulled 1.8.1 out, but it is, for me, the last update that I really played before I kind of full stop with the game and took a really, really long break from Minecraft. And that's why this is our last evolutionary episode, or evolutionary version for this episode, rather. 1.8.9 is actually the last version before the combat update, but I mostly was playing on servers at this time. I wasn't playing a lot of SMP or a lot of other stuff. I was playing a lot of mini games and things at the time that this update rolled out. So everybody just kind of stayed on 1.8.1 for that time period, and so that's what I played too. But when the combat update came out, which was 1.9, that was a pivotal change in a way that I truly enjoyed the game, and that was in Minecraft PvP. That was a pivotal moment for me where I decided it was time to take a break from Minecraft, and I took a break to play a lot of other games for a lot of years, but this game is evergreen, man. I've been able to come back and pick it up like I never left. That's what makes this game so special. That's what makes the evolution of this game so special, is that I can still go back to an update from 10 years ago and still enjoy it. It's crazy to think that 1.8 is almost 10 years old at this point. Older than that, actually, at the time of recording this video for the base version of the game. But it was when I just decided I was going to move on to other games in Minecraft, but I can still pick this version back up and play it like it was yesterday that it came out. And that's one of the craziest aspects of this game. But it's where right before that pivotal moment where the combat changed, Microsoft really kind of got a hold of it and started making changes after they purchased it from Mojang. And everything since then, I didn't really get to play it, so I don't feel like it's something for me to be at liberty to discuss those pivotal changes and moments and how I felt about them. Just didn't get to play them too much. So hope you guys kind of understand why we ended where we did. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.
So, that is the entire timeline, roughly, of all the significant updates of Minecraft. And we hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did make it this far, we are very appreciative of it. And let us know if there was a specific version that you enjoyed that we didn't mention. And let us know down in the comments section why you loved it.
I know this isn't a full comprehensive list of every Minecraft update ever, or even some of the more important ones post the combat update in 1.9. But these are some of the ones that we wanted to talk about in terms of our evolution in playing the game, but also the evolution of the game over the years. There's a lot of nostalgia attached to these versions. I mean, you got to think even 1.8 is a 10-year-old version at the time of the posting of this video, so still almost the nostalgic version in of itself at this point. Hey, by the way, if you made it this far in the video, type the number 7 in the comments so that we know you did. Outside of that, there's so much that's happened over the years post this. Like I said, I didn't really feel like those are things that I should talk about or we should talk about, because I wouldn't be coming from it in a position as somebody who's played and enjoyed those, especially the moment they came out. A lot of these older versions I played when they happened. There's a lot of firsthand experience with that, a lot of nostalgia attached to that, a lot of fun factor that's still attached to those versions of the game, and it's fun to be able to pick them up and go play them.
Agreed.
I started a single player world on most of these after I recorded the footage for these to use in the background of this video. So it's pretty fun to be able to hop into those from time to time, check in on them and play them. We wanted to go over these because these are kind of what we enjoyed. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know if you did or didn't in the comments. We want to know. And don't forget, type the number 7 down there. And we look forward to catching you guys in the next one. Have a good day.